Out of the expected 10,102, as of Thursday last week, we had received 8,600, and they have settled and they are now doing their studies. It's exciting because as we are doing the reception of the first years, we are also holding an international conference which is giving the students a feel that they have now moved out of secondary schools. They are in a new environment where they not only just learn, but they also have to participate in research. And therefore, throughout the next 2 days, they'll be able to have an opportunity of seeing scholars exchanging academic feasts here, either physically or online. This is the first international conference organized by the School of Business and Economics here at Kisii, and is looking at the resilience that goes on when it comes to an environment that are not very good for doing business. Environment that not necessarily not good, but those that are not in the normal sense, what we have always experienced in the past. Well, during our presentation here, I did mention that a few global events have taken place, and one of them particularly the COVID-19, and to some extent the raging war between Russia and Ukraine have had some impact, and particularly contributed to the need to have business being carried out, especially around soft skills. These are an area where we want to see leadership coming out. This is an area where we want to see people participating in negotiation. I did talk about leadership and problem solving, because even during the COVID pandemic, we saw how people came out very fast to try to get solutions to the problem that there was, and especially now that we didn't have any research that was looking at that issue. And we saw what our government did, employing a lot of messaging, and the role that the media played in ensuring that our people were informed about what was happening. And that is why we are saying that even as all these businesses are taking place in an environment that is changed, soft skills are very crucial. And it will be very necessary that as the colleagues here exchange their ideas, it's also something that we are trying to ensure that we very much embed it in our curriculum as we move on here at Kisii University. It is not going to be left behind in terms of research, because if you have to be a university that is worth its salt, and a particular university that is now 10 years old, we have no business if we are not participating in research. What we have been encouraging our colleagues to do is to do a lot of networking. Remember, that's what we are talking about, a lot of partnerships. And you'll notice that even the conference today was not only funded by the Kisii University Council and the management, but rather we had to get some support from other partners who are working with us. You realize they mentioned several institutions, business institutions, Britam, among others, the Kisii Teaching Research Hospital, among others. And at the same time, we're also encouraging our colleagues here that for research to be progressing, we need to also look out to research opportunities that have been announced where people are looking for people to participate in research. There are the local funding organizations for research. Of course, you know the National Research Fund in the country. We're also talking about other international organizations. Be they from Europe, like the Germans have their Deutsche Forschungsgemeinschaft, the DARD, the British have their very many other organizations, and even the Americans. So colleagues have been encouraged to ensure that they network and partner with colleagues from other countries, so that when they do research proposals, they are able to get funds, and then they are able to get into the field and come up with the data, analyze, and then eventually we have papers coming out. So that is one of the major approaches that we are going to use in looking for research funds. From this conference is that in spite of all that is going on, when you're talking about businesses closing down, there is still a way in which business owners and entrepreneurs would work out in an innovative way to ensure that they remain afloat, so that if one aspect of the business is not working very well here, in an innovative way, one can tweak that business and it should be able to run on and